today.
And a donkey. He's like, I'm not a donkey.
Let us know if you're on here, where you're watching from, and how your Monday is going. I hope it's going great. The plan for the day, this is the first time we've had Clyde in here with our new girl. So doing this live might be a little bit risky, but we feel like they're both going to do well, and this is going to be a positive thing. So
yeah,
thanks for joining. What we'll do is we'll kind of update you guys on the week, and you guys can ask questions, and
piece of pork.
I'll try to ask Alyssa, even though she'll be a little ways away. I'll try and repeat them to Alyssa, and we can do a little question and answer session. So people are logging in. Oh, someone said my first live stream. Welcome, Kelsey. Or Kelsbug, I think it said. Good afternoon, Barbara. Who else we got? Ella, Sherry, Tango Sierra, St. Elmo's Fire. So cool to see Clyde. Yeah.
He got something he didn't like.
Unsleep. Hey, how's it going? We're a little early. We had this scheduled for, I think, like 10 minutes from now. So Jojo says, hello, Presley P.
She's like,
good afternoon from rain in Washington. Amaya, Julie Weatherford. Hey, guys. Thank you guys for joining. Good morning in Australia. Squeak.
Clyde.
Kelly says, Utah, it's a Monday.
Hi, sweetie. Clyde.
Have we named our new Mustang? We're not doing our name reveal yet, are we?
Nope.
That's a secret. That's a good question, though, St. Elmo's.
The answer is yes, but we're not going to announce it yet.
Yeah, we'll do that on a regular video so everyone's on board. We don't get as many people on these videos, so there'd be people out of the loop. Where's Rooster? He is over past our double wide. He's over there, and he's with Mesa and Josie.
Yep. I don't eat my fence.
Good question, though. Lone video game person. We took Rooster out for a ride today. He actually did great. And we took Taz to the arena and rode. Cassiopeia says, is this the new Mustang with Clyde?
Yep.
Yep. It's our new girl. Yeah, you guys give us a guess. What are you guessing we went with for a name for our new girl here? Living in my own time zone says, hello from Wisconsin. We got I hope it's Feather. Hey from Georgia. All right, man. People are hopping on here. This is great.
Don't get ran over if she goes that way.
Unsleep, yes, you can ask personal questions, but we just might not answer them if they're too personal. But we will not be offended. It's hard to offend us. But try to put a question mark at the start if you guys ask a question, because I'm on my phone now and it's even harder for me to keep up on the questions. Alyssa, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Give us a property update while you're catching Clyde. Jocelyn Buck says, what's a property update?
Well, why don't you give him a property update?
Me give him a property update?
Yeah.
Well, we are practicing contentment. That's our property update. We're very thankful for the property we have. We had signed contracts sent over a couple different times to a place that we thought was like pretty close to 100% chance of going through. It was one we were very excited about. We have a mapping system called Onyx, and we had drawn out the dry lot, the arena, the rotational grazing pastures, and it ended up not working out. So it's kind of a long story, and I don't want to bore people right off the bat here, but thank you for asking. It is a little disappointing, but at the same time, it's simpler to stay here, and we're about to be traveling with TS Mules and enjoying summer on the road with our equines. And we're fortunate to have this place with this beautiful view here and our little herd. So yeah, that one didn't work out, and it was very disheartening, to be completely honest.
Yes, it was.
We're not going to cry about it anymore.
Yeah, anymore.
We're done. We're cried out. So anyways, so yeah, that's the property update. We will keep you posted. We are still looking 100%, but like I said at the start, we're going to practice some contentment, and we're thankful to be here with our round pen and our awesome herd. So
Yes.
We're just going to focus on that,
You
and hopefully
following us?
something will come up.
Are you following us?
All right, here's a question.
Easy.
Unsleep
Will you
says,
spook yourself?
I was wondering what you guys think about Donald Trump. Well, we could do personal questions, but we're going to
Maybe
steer
not
clear
political.
of political questions. That's a good question, though. Their politics do play a role in the things that we enjoy, such as public lands and wild Mustangs and things like that. But we'll probably just steer clear of talking about it here on the live stream. Good question, though. Horsing around says, "Oh, I love how y'all think like a horse. You're considerate and patient to your horses. Thank you. We definitely try."
Girl, what do you think of this?
Coylin says, "Are you leaving Clyde and the new girl together?" That one's for you, Alyssa.
We'll see. Clyde will probably try to eat my corral if we leave him in here too long, so we'll probably let him in here off and on, as long as he doesn't eat my corral, because he's a wood eater. He doesn't crib, he just eats wood. So anyway, so we'll see. But this is really good for her to have another equine in here. She's very skeptical of people, as if you can't tell, and especially people that have stuff, and like just changing, even like people changing like this is very scary to her. So you have to be very slow around her, and she'll start doing really, really well. And then we ended up going down to Utah for a day and came back. It was kind of like starting over. Then she gained some ground, and then we went to Montana and came back. It was kind of like starting over. So anyway, I'm going to see if, so far, I think this is helping her just to kind of see that like Clyde's calm and people are okay and stuff like that. And, so this is really good for her. She's a very sensitive horse when it comes to people. She's really not that sensitive about like the dogs running around and like things like that. Even like, like a rope laying on the ground or whatever, she really isn't too worried about that kind of stuff. So that's good. When it comes time to doing all that stuff, I think she's going to be awesome. But she is very skeptical of people.
She is. It's interesting to watch how she'll trust a little, but then she'll really fight it. So
yeah,
I'm gonna get
she
to
doesn't
a
want to let her
couple
guard down.
questions. Alyssa, can you hear me from here?
Yeah.
Someone says, "How's Taz coming along?"
Good. We'll have an update on Taz here soon. We actually just filmed a little bit of an update today.
Yep.
So
it was really enjoyable.
Yep. Jason rode him at the arena. We actually rode a couple times today. We went out and rode in the mountains, and then we took Rooster and Taz to the arena and rode. So that was good.
Today we took a mental health day, huh?
Yeah, we did. We needed it after all the stuff that's been going on. Huh, girly?
It was
so
really
good.
nice. Next question. I'm trying not to yell so I don't yell in my mic.
Hey, quit eating my face, please, sir.
Is my audio terrible, you guys? I'm trying to get to where Alyssa can hear, but I'm also not yelling in my mic. So next question from Sherry Wendland. How is the new trailer coming?
Well, when is it supposed to? I don't remember when it's supposed
I
to be
think
done.
it should be done. So we have on order a Big Bend stock trailer. It's going to be awesome for driving around the mountains here. And it should be done sometime around June, it sounds like.
Yep.
They're going to send us the drawings of it anytime. Maybe if they're cool looking, maybe we can share that at least.
That'd be kind of fun.
And then it should be done in June, and then we'll really be set. We've been blessed with our living quarters trailer.
Yes.
And then we'll have a really good stock trailer for rattling around the mountains here in Idaho.
Yep. That'll be awesome. And,
another question from Alman. I can't read that. Alma. I'll just say, maybe it's Alma Andorsk. I'm not good at reading. Says, did y'all make your fencing?
We did.
Yep.
Yeah, so we put up, it's called buck and rail or snow fence or jackleg fence around the whole property. We tore out all the old fence that was here, put in new fence around everything to be safer for our equines. And then we ended up having a bunch of rails left over, and so we used them for the corral. Yep. So basically these came from the fence that used to be around here for part of the little back pasture, and so when we took that down, we had a bunch of rails and were able to put them up for the corral. So
all right, let's see. It's been
good. She hasn't tried the fence at all, knock on wood. So
No,
Nice and
yes.
stout.
It's nice because it's 6'6". It's like
Yeah,
not
it's
even
really
close.
tall. Like
Yeah.
I'm 6 foot and like it's, and there's sand in here. I don't know. I guess right here maybe it's 6 foot, but most of the place. Hi, you want to walk with us? Let's go walk together. Don't eat my fence, Clyde. He
Clyde,
just
we're
wants to eat
trying to
the
film a
bark.
live, bro.
What was that?
Oh, he's good now.
Huh?
Next question from Jeff Topper. Why do animals chew on animals chew on wood?
I don't know.
I think it's kind of, they're not lacking minerals because we have salt blocks in, but
And they have all their ration ballots they have really good feed, so they definitely aren't lacking anything.
I feel like it's probably just kind of like nice and crunchy, honestly. I feel like it probably just sounds cool and feels kind of good.
Like they'll be out in the green pasture and they'll go over and like eat the bark off the fence. Him. He's the culprit.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Trying to block the wind.
Coy says, I've always found it useful to use another horse in helping youngsters learn. So that is good to know. It seems like it's a good plan.
She's just very skeptical of people, and like she'll let you get up to her and scratch her and stuff, and then yeah, so.
Nice. People are saying audio is good. People really want to know her name. How long till people get to know her name, Melissa?
I don't know, probably next video we could announce it.
Next video? Yeah. We went to Montana and we filmed a really cool saddle shop in Montana. It's like a one-man shop and it was awesome. So that video is going to be coming out soon, but at least on our next video that's about our stuff here at our house.
And we went and saw adorable burros.
Yeah.
Hey.
We went and saw a full burro farm basically. They have horses, mules, and burros, but they're a burro adoption facility like from the wild. And so that was really fun. We got to interview the lady and her husband that own it and run it, and they showed us around. So we're excited for that. So that was our little Montana trip. But next video that we share about our herd, we'll definitely share what we went with for a name.
Yes.
Man,
she can tell you if she wants.
What?
I said she can tell you if she wants. I guess she doesn't want to.
Question, how long have you had Clyde? Was he broke when you got him?
We've had him for, it'll be going on 5 years now.
Yeah.
And he had 90 days under saddle, and they had ridden him up in the mountains a couple times and packed out one elk with him, and then he had sat for 8 or 9 months before we bought him. And I went and climbed on him in the round pen after he had had a long time off, and he didn't buck me off, and I was like, all right, we'll buy him. And he was very green. And he did buck afterwards, and then yeah, they're like, oh yeah, he can buck. So anyway, he's turned out to be an awesome mule, and we really like his old owners, and they're awesome people, but he definitely was a lot greener than we thought when we bought him, and more scared of stuff than we thought when we bought him. And he's come a long ways because he used to really be kind of a pain in the butt to ride. So now you're just a good boy.
He did great today leading Rooster in the mountains.
Yeah, he did.
Larry called him Right Turn Clyde.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good boy now. He still has his moments, but for the most part, he's a good boy.
Here's a question from Lone Video Game Person. It says, has Rooster ever shown snaking behavior?
No. No, he hasn't. Taz kind of will like fling his head. It's not really snaking. But Rooster hasn't. He'll like arch his neck if Taz, like when they were turned out together, if Taz got too close to his girls, kind of like a stud does. But no.
Sherry Winland asks, have you been able to untangle her mane some more since you worked with her on day 2?
Just a little bit.
She's been pretty touchy. It was surprising how much she kind of took a step back when we worked with her 3 days. Then we went to Utah for 1 day. And then when we got back, it was totally square one. Then
it was also super stormy. And so like things blowing around, she'd be doing really good. And then something would spook her. And then it'd kind of like set her off and get her kind of amped up again. You kind of have to start over. And then she was doing really good right before we went to Montana, and we just got back yesterday, day before. So anyway, so yeah, and I got a couple scratches on her yesterday, and she was kind of spooky yesterday. So that's okay, even if it takes till midsummer to get a halter on her or longer, it doesn't really matter. So
Yeah, it's kind of like there's a little bit of pressure when you have a YouTube channel and you're working with a Mustang, just because you want to share the progress. But really, to lay a good foundation, it's more important to just go at her speed and not force things.
yeah.
And so we're resisting the temptation to try to rush things and push things because I honestly feel like you build the best foundation by going at the horse's pace.
And I think she's gonna take a while to like get that breakthrough, but once she does, then I think she's gonna be just awesome.
Yeah,
Because she's not like, even the flag, like I stuck the flag in her feed bin, so it's like kind of hanging there. She'll just eat with her face touching it. Like she does not care about like objects. So
yeah,
she's gonna be cool once she just people make her really skeptical, and she does not want them anywhere close to her face.
yeah.
So
So, Horsing Around asks, are you guys pro bitless? I feel that horses should not have metal in their mouth.
no, we use snaffles all the time. I
Yeah,
think you should use a bit correctly and
yeah.
not make it painful for your equine. And if you are making it painful for your equine, maybe you should go back to some basics and figure out what you need to change.
And I'll add that we love that sentiment. The bitless sentiment is like we're very on board with that. But we do ride in snaffles and we try to ride with light hands, and
Yep.
we definitely we love our horses and mules and we treat them fairly, but we do use bits. But that's a really good question. Alyssa does ride in a hackamore sometimes, which like a Bozal with the Makati rein on it, and we really like that style.
Yeah. And today I rode Clyde in the rope halter.
Yeah, in the mountains.
So,
Yeah, it's
I
good.
mean, sometimes we do, but that's also after years and years and years of using a snaffle because, like, we needed to work on basics. And with him, if I would have put him in a Bozell or a Hackamore or a bitless bridle right away, he would have just been extremely bracy
Yeah,
because he just had no foundation at all. So, it's taken years of riding in a bit and like really working on, light rein cues and leg cues to be able to then go to something and not create a brace in him. So,
yeah, yeah, and it's pretty simple to ride bitless. Just if you're just in an arena or round pen, it's really like it's very
yeah.
simple to do. But if you're out, working cows or riding on mountain trails and there's wild animals and stuff like that, it is good to have some of that lateral control even in a hectic environment. So, but yeah, great question. So we'll kind of move on from that, but we appreciate that question. From Jay Farr, do mules colic just like horses, or are they less prone to it?
Nope, they'll colic.
But they are less prone to it.
I don't know if they are less prone to it, honestly. Like Clyde will colic, he'll gas colic. He's kind of grown out of it now, but if there was any kind of mildew or mold in any hay, and also we got a load that I think they had really fertilized heavily, and that made him gas colic. So he's gas colicked quite a few times. So I have to be very particular about our hay and make sure there's just no rain ever got to it. And we actually have a friend that just lost his good mule to an impaction, so they will.
Yep.
You got to be careful.
Teague says Clyde is in love, and yes, we probably should have used a Molly for this video, but
Yeah,
he's not
sorry.
in love. Well, he's getting in love again, but
We'll
you
turn him
keep
this
it
way.
moving.
He's just really relaxed right now.
He's just hanging out with us.
Yeah, is that better?
Yeah, that's
Keep
funny.
it G-rated.
I know this is a live, Clyde.
Yeah, come on, Clyde.
Ansel
Laughing.
says, "Are you going to do a DNA test also about her?"
Yeah, and since we are probably gonna rehome her, like that's the plan with her, then we'll do a 6-panel test too and just make sure she doesn't have anything. And if she does, then that way people will know. So
Yep.
we're gonna do a DNA test. We might do a color test just for fun, and then we'll do a 6-panel.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited to get the results. I don't know why, I just love that stuff. It's
Yeah.
so
The
interesting.
DNA is fun, even though I don't know how accurate it is, but it's still fun to see.
Yeah,
So
it's so interesting.
it's fun
And
to
then
guess and then see if you were right.
and then think back about what it was like when like those horses were kicked out on the range.
Yeah.
It's so interesting.
Yeah. Like the Riddle brothers and all those guys, where she
Yeah.
came from.
Yeah. We need to do a deep dive. Now that we have her, we need to do a deep dive
That'd be fun.
on like the Southsteins and Riddle brothers and
That'd be really fun.
stuff like that. KBDV6181 says, thank you for not talking about world affairs or politics. This channel is my way to de-stress from the world. And thank you for saying that. That is actually our goal. While our channel is sometimes a lot more boring than other YouTube channels that have massive followings, we just want to be reliable and positive and
Yes.
share our little lifestyle that we enjoy with other people who enjoy it as well. Here's another question. Do you think horses who are 20 years old and up can be retrained, or do you think they're always going to revert back to how they were trained when they were younger?
I think they can definitely be retrained. It might take a little longer. Some of them not so much, but yeah, they can definitely be retrained.
Totally. I totally agree.
Yeah.
I mean, if they have bad habits, it might take a while to kind of fix them, or if they don't trust, it might take a while to get them to trust. But yeah, it's
those
totally
guys clinking around over there.
There is hope for the old ones.
What you doing?
Teague says, "Did you block me?" No, we didn't block you. I actually just mentioned your question. It's still popping up. So, oh, now they said, "Okay, thank you." We're not fast blockers around here unless people spreading hate and discontent in the comments. Then you're out of here.
Yeah.
We want this to be a happy, positive place.
If you're very unreasonable, then we'll block you. But you have to be pretty unreasonable.
Yeah. Living in my own time zone asks, do you think she was a lead mare and older, and that's why she's confident, curious, and more afraid? That's a great question.
I don't know. The only picture we have of her out on the range was when she was a 2.5-year-old, and she was with, I think, one stud, and it was just those two together.
Yeah.
So I don't think she was with a very big herd. She was not in a part of the area that got heavily photographed, so she was not around all those photographers and people very much. She was like kind of out in the back country, as the guy said that took her photo, whatever that means. So she was rounded up at 3.5. And some people had asked if I thought she had a foal. She's definitely had at least one foal. You can tell she's been nursed on. There's a very good possibility that she had one foal out in the wild and then one foal. Like when they rounded her up, she was pregnant. So
Coy says, each horse is different. I love the fact that you're going at each horse's pace. That's what builds the most solid foundation. I couldn't agree more.
Who
Coy.
put that bucket there?
She's got a new feed bucket
Her
there.
little snorts crack me up, honestly.
Our friend,
yeah, she's funny. She definitely she really wants to let down sometimes and just enjoy you scratching her and stuff. And then she kind of, it's almost like she catches herself and she's like, I can't trust people. Nope, I can't do it.
Yeah.
And then she's like, well, maybe I can. No, I can't. So someday she'll decide that she just can, and it'll be awesome.
Our friend Ukulele Playing Jude says, hey guys, loving these videos. I'm glad you're enjoying them. They're it's kind of fun to come out here and just hang out and answer questions. You can tell I'm working really hard right here. I got my lawn chair. I'm in the round pen.
I'm just trying to block the indecency over here.
Yeah. He's clear right now.
Okay.
Lone video game person, this is a great question. Has she pinned her ears toward you?
A little bit. She gets a little bit defensive. She hasn't really acted on it, so honestly, I just kind of ignore it. If she acts on it, then I'll correct her, but she's thought about turning her butt to me once, and it doesn't take much. You can just literally go like this, and she's like, oh, yeah, nope, don't want to do that. So it's funny, the third day is when she did that, and also the third day is when Rooster kind of tried it too. So I don't know if they're starting to get comfortable with people, and they're like, can I move your feet? But no, she's like, it's like she's trying to figure out what she needs to do about people. Like, she kind of likes them. Can she move them? Should she be threatened by them? So she's just really skeptical of people, but it's interesting to watch her little process and her trying to figure everything out. And yeah.
She is really fun to watch think through things.
She's very timid about like taking food out of your hands. You know, she really just doesn't want to get her muzzle near your hands very much. And but she'll come eat out of the feeder with me sitting on it. So it's like, I don't know. She's just funny. She's got some funny things.
Sherry Winland says, are you talking about Hayden Powell, who lost a mule to
Yes.
impaction? And yes, we've never met Hayden, but we consider him a friend. We've talked to him via email. He sent me a Crooper, and yeah, we consider him a friend. And that was really a sad deal for him and his wife. They're like us. They don't have kids, and so their mules and their stock are like their kids. So that was really sad. Our hearts went out to him. But good channel. They like to go on adventures. They're back in Arkansas, and they like to go on adventures back there, and they seem like legitimately good people. So check them out. Barbara says, who keeps the babies when you travel?
Who keeps the babies?
Yeah, all the other ones that stay behind.
We had my brother living with us last summer, and so he was taking care of them, but he moved back home to my parents' house. And we have a gal in town that comes and stays here and takes care of them. And the dogs will end up probably taking with us more this year. Last year they were staying with my brother, but so yep, she comes over. They just stay here.
Yep.
And she just comes over and stays here and takes care of them. So
yep, it's nice to have people that are responsible, and it's really nice for us to have someone who is so good about texting us and giving us updates. We're like, send pictures, we miss them.
yeah, it's nice. So, and I have a couple extra cameras this year that I can like be able to check in and actually look at the equines whenever I want. So that's gonna be really that'll be really nice.
Yeah, it'll be nice for me because I don't have to worry about Alyssa saying, how do you think they're doing? Do you think everything's okay? Do you think anyone's colicking? Do you think this?
Well, yeah, I worry about them. And then after last summer with like Mesa and some other things happening, it was like that didn't help at all. So yeah, kind of fed into my worry.
Carol Lee says, awesome to make a live show. This is a real treat. Thanks for joining, Carol. And Lone Video Game Person says, we call them wildies in Alberta. That sounds like it would be Australian, like wildies. I like it though. Alberta is somewhere we want to go. We don't have a ton of interest in going anywhere out of the Western U.S., but we'd love to go to the Calgary Stampede one day. And that country up there in Alberta just looks stunning.
Good girl.
Tweety Bird says, I'm new here and watching because I saw this gorgeous horse you have rescued. Thank you for joining, Tweety. And yeah, we have another Mustang named Rooster. He's been with us almost a year. He's doing really well. We took him out in the mountains today and for a ride at the arena.
Good boy.
Alma says it's not boring, it's relaxing. Thank you. I'm glad people like it. We've had actually our friend who we just went and saw his burro ranch, him and his wife's burro ranch. He said he told us our videos are really good for when he like wants to take a nap.
I was like, thank you. I think that's a compliment.
He meant it as a compliment.
I'll take it. We're not high energy people, so it would just be really corny if we pretended to be like a lot of like hype and
Yeah.
So
yeah, we're not gonna fake it till we make it.
No.
We're just sticking with what we are. That way we don't have to change anything when we turn the camera on.
Good girl.
It looks like someone just became a member. Thank you. It popped up on top in green. So whoever that was, thank you. So our members channel is basically just an additional way that if anyone wants to support financially, it helps support us. We appreciate it. We are thankful for everyone who watches, but we post like the full training sessions on there. And then we also do a Thankful Thursday where we do a little bonus like video. Usually it's a live. Sometimes it's just short. Sometimes we forget.
Yeah.
What make of saddle did you buy for Rooster?
I got a Grizzly saddlery out of Great Falls, Montana. We bought it used from Buckaroo Businesses in Billings. So we were looking for a used saddle because I would like to get Rooster a custom saddle, but I am not going to do that until he's fully mature. He's just now turning 4, so we'll wait till he's at least 6. But this saddle, he just got too wide for our other saddle, and it was starting to kind of rub his hair a little bit on where his scapula rocks back. And so anyway, he wasn't throwing a fit about it or anything, but I just, obviously you don't want that. So we went and got a little wider saddle, and it's always scary buying a saddle when you like can't try it on your horse. But we took some measurements and we kind of had an idea what he needed, and it ended up working out really well. So we just went off of eyeballing it, and I rode in it today, and it's fitting him really good. So
Yeah.
he's got lots of room in his shoulders. It's really awesome. So, yep.
This is exciting. Lozzie Bear says she's a member and she's been commenting on our stuff a ton. I think she was moving from Hawaii to the mainland, but she said, I'm getting Josie's twin, 3-year-old Appy Mule.
Oh, that's exciting.
That is so exciting. That's the best. Congratulations.
That's really exciting.
That's super cool.
Yeah, they're not that common.
No, and yeah, they're good hardy animals. I actually love, like, there's some downsides about Appaloosas, but I love Appaloosas and the Appaloosa mules because they're like, especially the mules, they're a combo of two like really tough things. Like mules are known to be hardy, good mountain animals, and the Appaloosas were bred to be hardy, good mountain horses. And so I think it's an awesome combo. So congratulations, that's super exciting.
She's asleep.
I'm way behind. People are talking about DNA. Let me skip forward. Oh, here's a good question with the red question mark. So I actually saw it. Kelly Walker says, why do you sometimes call Clyde Bob?
Well, because we're weirdos and we have a million nicknames for all of our animals. So his name's Clyde, and then we started calling him Clyde or Bob, and then eventually it just turned into Bob.
Sometimes Blob or Blobby
Clyde
White.
or Blob, Bobby Light, the Great White Donkalo.
Clyde has the most nicknames.
Punk.
Yeah. Here's a silly question from Julie Cherry. Says, do mules bray or neigh?
They bray, but it's not like a donkey. It's a cross between a horse and a donkey. It's and they all are unique. Some of them sound more donkey-like. Some of them sound a little more horse-like. Riata kind of sounds like a zebra. No, she is not part zebra. She's just a mule, but she does sound a little zebra-like sometimes.
Everybody hit the like button if you want Alyssa to do her best mule bray.
Yeah. Josie's, I can mimic Josie's. She's got like a warble at the top.
What's it sound like?
She goes, ah!
Nailed it. It really is funny. I was hoping you would do Josie's because it really does have a little warble and it's really funny.
She's so funny.
It sounds like she's trying to do opera over there.
It does.
Seahorse Guitar says, what was your original inspiration for starting to film for YouTube? Y'all are so great at it. First off, thank you.
We it kind of goes back to starting an Instagram page. So we used to be Mountain Built Mules on Instagram, and then we changed it to match our YouTube page so people wouldn't get confused. But it was really when we got equines again, because so a lot of you know this story, and I'll make it short. We ended up paying off all of our consumer debt and buying a place, and both of us had sold our equines previous to meeting because we were trying to pay off debt. And anyway, so we finally bought a place, and we're like, okay, we're just going to do stuff in cash from now on. Like, we're not going to be in debt anymore. We're like, once we get a place and we get a truck and a trailer, then we're going to get equines. And so when we decided to get equines again, we decided to get mules. And I had worked with mules in the past, but Clyde was actually our first mule we've ever owned. And so when we got Clyde, I started an Instagram page because I was like, I just want to like kind of like vlog / like journal this whole journey, getting equines again. Like, he was a really green colt, and then we got Riata, who had been abused. And so anyway, we just started doing that. And then the YouTube, we really wanted to keep in touch with family that's in Oregon. And, they don't get to see everything we're doing and stuff. And they're, well, really like our hunts. We hunt a lot. And so our families like to, feel like they're coming with us and everything. She's like crab walking over to Clyde. She's like, this is weird. I don't know what you have on your head. I kind of want to meet you, but it's weird. So yeah, it was basically just a journal and like share with, our folks and also look back on and just share those memories and stuff with family who can't come with us. And then people started following along with both the Instagram and then the YouTube, and that's how it's kind of rolled into this. So I don't there were some thoughts that maybe this could be a full-time thing, but like never did we really think it was going to be a reality. So it's pretty crazy.
We really started it as a side hustle when we sold our Swan Valley house. We invested some money, pretty significant money, in good cameras, good microphones, things like that, and bought like the editing software and stuff. So we kind of dove in. What about 3 years ago is when we started really learning
Yeah.
YouTube specifically.
Yeah, we had no idea how to even edit a video or what you needed or post a video or where to
None
get
of it.
music so you don't get copyright claims and all that stuff. So it's been a learning curve the last 3 years.
It has. Here's another question. Alma says, what times do you feed your equines? What and how much do you feed?
Oh man,
Good question,
they get a
because
lot.
there's a lot to it these days.
We feed well, it kind of depends on the season and also like what we're doing. We usually feed them right around daylight, which what is now like 7.
Yeah.
So around then, and then we normally feed them. We're kind of rolling them back a little bit later each night. We like to feed them in the daylight. It's just nicer for us. So they were getting fed at like 4:30, and now they're getting fed closer to like 5:30 or 6 o'clock. So, and they all get grass, alfalfa mix, hay, and like Taz and Riata, they just get a free choice grass hay because of Taz's ulcers. So anyway, he has that in a net in a feeder for them. And if we feel like it's really cold or they need some extra, then we'll give all of them some extra grass hay. And then grain wise, we have a ration balancer. I like to give them rice bran pellets for extra fat if they need it. And we have some growth grain for the babies. And Taz gets a big concoction of stuff because for his ulcers. So,
and that is why we appreciate you all watching our videos.
Yeah,
it helps pay for all this.
We went down to get
feed.
her. She was $125 to adopt, and I just spent like $300 and some on Taz's next. It'll last a while, but his ulcer stuff, and I was like, that's pretty bad when you go adopt a Mustang for less than the ulcer meds for the other one.
It's true. I do think, I'm glad you said that because that reminded me. I really think Taz is feeling better. When I was riding him today, it was like kind of a nice day. It was windy and stuff, but it was still like he just seemed way more content when I was riding him today.
Yeah.
So anyway, that kind of stuff, it pays off, I think, in the long run, taking good care of them.
Yeah.
My phone is starting to die, but let's do a couple more questions.
Okay.
So Jojo 1955 says, can you post your favorite equine shopping places on your homepage so people can put money on an account for you to purchase supplies? That is super nice, and I have no idea if you can do that.
We appreciate that. We do have, so in all of we have a lot of stuff in our descriptions, but we do have a Amazon wish list, gift list, I think. So you can actually go on there and buy some stuff that we have on there. And but yeah, so that's probably the best way. Amazon definitely doesn't have everything we use, but they do have some stuff. So anyway, we have some stuff added on there. But
that's very thoughtful of you.
But yeah, thank you. We really appreciate it because the poor FedEx guy delivers a lot of boxes from Chewy.
Yeah.
All the time. I feel bad for him.
This is the best community we have on here. I love doing these lives and seeing all the chats.
Yep.
It's so fun.
It's awesome.
It's almost every day I'm like, oh gosh, I don't know if, I really want to, this feels a little like being social. It's kind of not, but, and so every day I'm like, oh man, I don't know, we have to go live today, but then I always enjoy it. So thank you guys. Sherry Wendland says, question for Jason. How's your new saddle coming along? I just recently rewatched a video with the saddle maker. Yeah, our buddy Reed from Reed Vite Saddlery. We were just talking about that today. I'm guessing my tree, just the tree itself, not the saddle, will probably be done in the next month or so. And then Reed will be building the saddle sometime after that. Yeah. But we just visited his shop in Montana and filmed some of the stuff he's building over there. And he is so gifted. He's kind of dove headfirst into making like the best britchens for mules that you can make. And he's knocking that out of the park. And he had 2 custom saddles there that we got to film and take photos of. So anyway,
they're very
to
nice.
Answer your question, Sherry, it'll probably be done probably in June or July, maybe, but we are so pumped. I'm pumped because it's going to look awesome. I'm pumped because it's going to fit Riata better. and I'm pumped because it's going to fit me better and it'll be more comfortable for everyone. So
Yeah.
thanks for asking.
I think we'll have him measure Clyde at some point and probably build a saddle for Clyde too, and then because that way, like right now, Taz and Clyde both use the same saddle, so it's like we're kind of limited who we can ride when, and so that'll be nice just to have another saddle.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, DRM asks, she may have never seen a mule before?
No, I'm sure she hasn't.
Yeah.
She when we first brought Clyde in here, she was like, "What is that?"
Yeah. And they
Sorry,
asked,
girl, this is your friend.
yeah, is this the
Beggars
first?
can't be choosers. Huh.
At least it shows how beautiful you are.
She's like, "What is wrong with your ears?"
And yeah, this is the first time that she's met domesticated equines. We have over there, we've had Riata and Tazzy kind of through the fence, but it's the first time with the buddy in the pen. So,
oh my gosh.
What's your opinion on Monty Roberts' horsemanship? That's a good question.
I don't really know much about his horsemanship other than so when I was a little girl, sorry if the wind's bad. I loved the Heartland books. I actually haven't really watched the show very much, but I read every single Heartland book, and they talk about join up. And anyway, long story short, I had a horse I was having a really hard time with. He was my first horse, and I ended up joining up with him, and that like changed a lot for me and that horse's relationship. So I'm thankful that I found that. In other horsemen talk about like Buck Brannaman, he calls it like hooking on, and there's like different ways you can do basically the same thing. But yeah, I really like that. It seems to work good. Like with her, we kind of worked on that a little bit and got her where she was following me around. She's, you can't like walk up to her and touch her. She's very timid, but she'll follow you around and stuff. And it's good to kind of get that curiosity and just get her wanting to kind of connect with people because she really, like the first day, she has no desire to even check you out. Like she's like, you stay over there, I'll stay over here. We'll just live forever together in this round corral and never touch each other. It'll be fine with me. So just trying to get her curious about people and feeling okay about people is like the biggest thing. Don't be so rude.
So I just noticed how far behind I am on the question. So I apologize. I just got down to the person who became a Wrangler channel member.
Awesome.
And it's Show Poodles 691.
Nice.
Thank you so much, Show Poodles. That's awesome. And along those same lines, I'm sorry I got so far behind on the chat. I was just trying to like hold my finger on the place I'm at, and I got way behind. So, here's a good question. Are you going to have a rooster title party?
I just got my form in the mail today to get it filled out and send it in for his title. So I'm so excited. And yeah, we should. We should have a live party or something. I don't know.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm so excited.
Okay, my phone has been below 10% now for a couple minutes, so we're about done. But last question here. I just remembered I did have a question. Is that place on her forehead a healing injury? Good question.
Yeah, she just scuffed it at some point, like before we got her. I don't know if she scuffed it from another horse or if it was when they brought them in to sort off others and maybe she bashed it, in the little chutes and alleys that they have that they split them off in. I don't know, but that's actually her summer coat that you can see. So her hair's all actually grown back in. She's much darker in the summer. Well, at least a little bit darker in the summer because I have pictures of her from the summer. But anyway, so that's just her summer coat that you can see. So it's healed totally. As soon as that winter hair falls out, you won't even be able to see it. But
this question is so important. I'm going to ask it real quick.
Oh no,
it's super important. It says, it's from Lily Jewel. It says, Jason, did you go to film school? The videos are very impressive and cinematic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Lily. No, I didn't. And that's why I'm laughing. And that's why I had to put that question on here because I am very much learning as I go. And Alyssa has to dig through a lot of different footage to find my good clips that I capture. So she's our editor and I just spray and pray with the video camera and we hope I get some good stuff. So yeah, thanks for asking. I better go before my phone shuts us off, but we appreciate you guys. Hope you have the best week ever. And I'm sorry for all the questions I missed. Ask them again next week because this is quickly becoming one of our favorite parts of the week. So we'll catch you on the next one.